والسلام على رسول الله وعلى نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. اللهم فقهنا في الدين وعلمنا التأويل يا رب العالمين. So Alhamdulillah, last time we spoke about or we covered the chapter of Bab Dukhul al-Makkah, the chapter of entering into Makkah. And we are on the Kitab al-Hajj, the book of Hajj and Umrah. Today, inshallah, we will discuss the first part of the Umrah, or if you're doing Hajj, it will be the first section, the first part, and that is the Tawaf. The author, rahimahullah, Ibn Qudama al-Maqdisi, he says, so after you enter into Mecca, he says, ثُمَّ, so just to recap, yes, last class we said that, we covered the part where you enter into Mecca, you enter in the Haram, and you look at the Kaaba, you see the Kaaba for the first time. What do? You raise your hands and you make dua, and you supplicate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, how do you start your actual tawaf? He says, ثُمَّ يَبْتَدِئُ بِطَوَافِ الْعُمْرَةِ إِنْ كَانَ مُعْتَمِرًا أو بطواف القدوم إن كان مفردا أو قارنا. So as we stated before, there are either two situations that you're going to be in. You're going to be doing Umrah, or you'll be doing Hajj. Or you'll be doing Umrah and Hajj. So he says, then you start with the Tawaf of Umrah if you are performing Umrah. So those that are performing Umrah, what you do is you start with your Tawaf, and this will be your Tawaf for Umrah. If you're doing Hajj, then you will start with Tawaf, so you'll do the same thing. However, this will be your Tawaf al-Qudum, or the Tawaf of arrival in Mecca or in the Haram, and this will be if you're performing Ifrad, Hajj Ifrad, or Qiran. If you're performing Tamattu', right, Hajj Tamattu', then you'll be doing Umrah and Hajj. So it's as if you're doing Umrah right now. So it will be the same. Then he says, وَيَطَّبِعُ بِرِدَائِهِ فَيَجْعَلْهُ وَسْطَهُ تَحْتَ عَاتِقِهِ الْأَيْمَنِ وَطَرَفَيْهِ عَلَى عَاتِقِهِ الْأَيْسَرِ. Then he repositions his upper garment to uncover his right shoulder, putting the middle of it underneath his right shoulder and the two ends over his left shoulder. So we have the rida, the upper garment of the ihram for the men. So usually it's two towels. One will be wrapped around your waist, one around your upper part, right, your shoulders. So what you will do is you'll take it off. You'll take the upper one off, and you'll put it, instead of going over your right shoulder, you'll expose your right shoulder and put it under the arm, and you'll cover your left shoulder. And you'll do that for your entire tawaf. ويبدأ بالحجر الأسود فيستلمه ويقبله ويقول بسم الله والله أكبر اللهم إيمانا بك وتصديقا بكتابك ووفاء بعهدك واتباعا لسنة نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Then one starts at the black stone. So after you put your ihram, you say your ihram properly, you look for the black stone and you place your hand on it, kissing it. So you will place your hand on it. So if this is a black stone, you'll place your hand on it, and then you will kiss it, physically kiss it, if you can. If you're not able to do that, then you can touch it. And if you're not able to do that, then you can point at it simply with your hand like this. And then you say, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. So you say, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. And then there is a dua that's mentioned. However, this dua is not authentically reported. It is reported with a weak chain. However, the fuqaha were lenient in accepting supplications and adhkar which were not authentically traceable to the Prophet ﷺ. So you may say it if you like, as long as you do not attribute it to the Prophet ﷺ, because it is a weak chain. So you can mention the dua that was mentioned, or you can just say Bismillah Allahu Akbar, and you can start and you can say any type of adhkar when you're making tawaf. So you can recite Quran, you can say adhkar, you can make dua, any type of adhkar you can say while doing the tawaf. ثم يأخذ على يمينه ويجعل البيت على يساره فيطوف سبعا يرمل في ثلاثة الأول من الحجر إلى الحجر ويمشي في الأربعة الأخرى. Then he will move to his right and keep the house of the Kaaba on his left. So you will make sure the house, or the Kaaba is on your left, and you will start making your tawaf around the Kaaba. And then you will circumlate, he will make his tawaf circumlates 7 times, walking briskly with short steps in the first 3 rounds. So for the first 3 rounds, he will do something called al-yarmal. He will walk fastly, briskly, right? So, and this is for the male, right? For the men, they will walk around, or they will run or jog, do a slight brisk running for the first 3 rounds around the Kaaba. Of course, if there's space, if it's crowded, if there's not space, then you can only walk, right? But if there is ample space, then you try to walk a little bit faster, taking short steps, short, brisk, fast steps in the first 3 rounds of your tawaf. Each round starts and ends at the black stone. So the black stone is the part where your tawaf starts and ends, at the black stone. He walks at a normal pace for the last 4 rounds. So the first 3 rounds you walk fast, briskly, and then the last 4 rounds you will walk in a normal pace. وكلما حاذ الركن اليماني والحجر استلمهما وكبر وهلّ. Whenever he is in line with the Yemeni corner or the black stone, he places his hand on them and he says Allahu Akbar and La ilaha illallah. So when you will pass the Yemeni corner, right? You will touch it with your hand, right? You will touch it with your hand, and you will say and then when you go to the black stone, you will say Allahu Akbar. So you'll touch both the Yemeni corner and the black stone with your hand. Now for the Yemeni corner, if you're not able to touch the Yemeni corner, then you don't have to point to it. So this one, only if you're able to touch it, then you touch it. Otherwise, you do not have to point to the Yemeni corner while you are making your tawaf. That is only for the black stone. Also, from the mistakes that a lot of people make is they kiss the Yemeni corner, and this is incorrect. Kissing is only for the black stone. Kissing is only for the black stone. The Yemeni corner, you will only touch if you're able to do so. And then once you get to the black stone, either you kiss it, or you touch it, or you do both, or you will point to it on the way out if you're not able to get there because of the crowd. ويقول بين الركنين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ويدعو في سائره بما أحب. And when he is in between the 2 corners, so when you're in between the Yemeni corner and the black stone, so the Yemeni corner will come first and then the black stone. So the Yemeni corner will be first, then the black stone. So when you're in between the Yemeni corner and the black stone, you will say ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. You will repeat that when you're in between these 2 stones, right? Between these 2 corners. For the rest of your tawaf, you will make dua and you can say whatever you please, as we mentioned before. ثم يصلي ركعتين خلف المقام ويعود إلى ركن فيستلمه. Then after you finish your 7 rounds, your 7 tawafs, then you will go behind the Maqam Ibrahim, and you will pray 2 rak'ahs. And after you perform the 2 rak'ahs, and in this 2 rak'ah, you should it is recommended to recite Surah Al-Kafirun and Ikhlas. Surah Al-Kafirun and Surah Al-Ikhlas. After you finish praying the 2 rak'ahs, then you will go back to the black stone and you will place your hand on it, if you're able to, of course. If you're able to, and you can kiss the black stone as well if you're able to. If you're not, then you can simply point to the black stone and you can proceed to the sa'i. And inshallah, we'll cover the fiqh of the sa'i tomorrow, inshallah. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.